Welcome back to episode 259 of the Craftverse series. Last episode, we did our face plate of the Spyglass build and started on the midsection. And today, we have our magenta terracotta ready to go for the upper portion of the middle before we work on the other side, which is the main entrance and the longest portion. This is what we have so far. Now, this is going to be covered with carpets at some point in the near future for spawn-proofing purposes, so we can see the majority of the blocks from the side view. The whole underside's not going to be getting any unless it's the interior, which will be also carpeted, but we're nowhere near the interior portion yet, so let's go ahead and get up here where I can start my process of getting the magenta installed. At least this one is relatively swift and easy. You know, those two words tend to go together. Now, I am starting to see that it's not as dark as I was half expecting it to be, which is a good thing, just a little unexpected. You go all the way up here. Extend that out. So it makes it just a tad simpler to just be able to do a side strafe, which would be a lot more annoying to do on Java since it doesn't seem to want to let you do that. That's one of the things I love about Bedrock is it's a little more cooperative with controller usage. Now this one, unlike the big section to my right, is just purely 1/2 to 1/2. Whereas the other one alternates, you see the copper, gold, copper, gold. This is just 1/2 purple, 1/2 magenta, so it's nice and simple. Remember to crouch when you do this part. Otherwise, you could fall off and have to fly all the way back up, and that's just an inconvenience. I'm actually going to go back down here and do this part. Okay. I am in no danger of falling off at this moment. Okay, now it's just this section here. And this will be the last of the magenta for the exterior. Now the reason I specifically said exterior is because of what I plan on doing up here. See how these connect the way they do? That is going to be sealed off with black concrete, filling it in completely. And then this row right here is going to be replaced with the concrete as well. But we will get to that at a later time. Just put these back away for now. I guess I should go ahead and put these in a container since I'm not really using them for anything. Yeah, that was the other gold one. And then front was mostly orange with a bit of gray, and I think that will potentially be enough gray, but that's definitely going to be a nice bit of orange. Put you back in the front, because that just bugs my OCD. Woo! That was a little risky. I don't know how I landed on that, but I'll take it. It's actually not where I want to be at the moment. I want to swap this out for the gray, or light gray rather. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to do exactly 9 all the way down. For this entire corridor. Now that seems like an arbitrary number, I'm sure. But if you look at the model, you'll see it's only a small portion of it is actually the darker color, and then it bleeds into orange, which is what we're going to be doing here. It's bleeding this into orange. No, you don't go down. Why did you go down? And this, unlike the way I did it before, actually does go all the way around. This just makes it a tad simpler to do. Ooh, no fall off. Alright. So then we come back down here, and we continue with the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should match up. And then we'll do the top part all in one shot. Let's quickly go out here and make sure I didn't miss a section. No, we're good. Everything lines up. Just gonna sleep in here real quick. Take a quick peek at what this looks like so far. It's already starting to look pretty good. Okay, this does need to go like this. And then up. Yes, okay. Now we're good. I knew this side was going to touch where the other side was going to be a block different, just because this is built within the one chunk border, and this is an odd number build, so it was never going to be exact, unfortunately. Alright, so now this section is good, and I can start doing the orange, and then we'll do the top afterwards. Get out of the way, sheep. This is further protection from exterior offensives, so I don't have to worry about getting marched in on or phantoms knocking me off my pedestal if I end up AFKing for whatever reason out here. Not that I really should be AFKing out here, but if I ever had to, it would be safer. This, stretch you. Okay, minor issue. Yeah, never mind, fixed it. Why fly if I don't have to? Alright, now for the more interesting side, because it's a little bit tighter in here. The main reason I'm using the sea lanterns is so I don't have to worry about anything getting washed away if there is any difficulty with the duper above potentially giving me an issue. Not gonna get knocked off in any way, so we'll just do this. Oh no, I ran out. I knew it was going to be a lot of orange, so I prepared extras. Back to the grind. Okay. Seems like that did enough. Fly up to the outside. Ow. Well, that didn't do as much as I hoped. Okay, overshot. There we go. We're fine. I'm just gonna grab some food here. Yes, I'm still in the phase where I can use enchanted golden apples as like golden carrot substitutes. While the duping is still a thing, I might have to make a conscious effort to dupe more of those as well. Because they are a rapid source of health. Among other very generous effects. Okay, so now the bottom is completely safe. Now I have to get the top part so I don't have to deal with the phantoms and the spawns falling from the roof on top of me. Where does it stop? Here. And oop, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Good deal. Get both done at the same time. A little bit easier to do just the light gray. Okay. It might be well lit, but I still don't want things spawning on me. So it's only as well lit as it is sealed off. Dang it. almost completely done with the outside. We might actually finish it this episode. Yeah, I still got a bunch of the black concrete I gotta swap things out for. Fill in some holes. Am I gonna have enough to do the next section? No. No. I gotta go get more. Definitely needed more of this than I did the gold, which is ironic because that was a bigger section. But it was also split up and not all the way wrapped around, so I guess that makes sense. Ow. Well, I'm up here now. That's not where I want to be. Will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stretch this all the way down. Make sure there's no overlapping color, like this should all be one line. Yeah, that's pretty good. Since that's already blocked upwards. Benefit of things not being permanent. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to fall off. I wasn't crouched. So how many times have I had to ask, why would Zekos do things the easy way? When the hard way is just, oh, so easy to do. Not that it's literally any easier to do things the hard way. It's just my default. I don't do things the easy way unless I absolutely have to. I say as I have hordes upon hordes of enchanted golden apples and using duping machines, which I guess is the easy way, but when it comes to needing to design things and not having the farms built for them yet, it is kind of a have to. Because the farther along I get into this world, the more cool builds I have, the less I want to spawn a wither. Because on the off chance I run out of materials to safely take care of it, it's just going to destroy all of my months of hard work. I've been doing this particular series now for probably 2 years or so. This is episode 259, so it's been a good minute. Just divide 260 by 4, and that's how many weeks I've been at this, because I haven't missed a week yet. Actually, maybe I have missed a week. Wait, did I take that all the way down? That wasn't supposed to be orange. This is what I get for blabbering. And now we're officially done with that color of terracotta. And the outside is officially wrapped. So now I need to put carpets on top of all of these. But before I can do that, I have some black not terracotta, concrete to add in to fully enclose everything. Just make sure at least one of these is fully finished. Whatever remains will go in there. Those are done. There it is. Probably just gonna take like that. Okay, so here's what we're gonna start with. We're going to go to here and block all of these off. Yeah, and that's what I didn't want to hear. That is very loud. That is obnoxiously loud in my ear. So if I can hear that, they can see me. This is meant to not only protect me, the player, but also to keep things looking the part. So I now have to get out of here, go up to the roof, and do that portion. Okay, now the outside of this is changed. However, I do have to go all the way around the rest of this. Swapping these out. So it looks like one cohesive entry point. You see, now it looks like it's sliding in and out, which is what I like. Actually, I am going to grab a couple of other materials. for this specific thing. Where did I? There we go. I'm just going to grab a stack and be done with it. Don't want those. So the reason I grabbed this is because over here, where I have this spot, I'm going to be having this right here. So this looks like it's latching on and just held in place. Like it won't go any further back that way. And that's what I want it to do. And I'm going to leave that exposed. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side once I get there. First things first, these have to be swapped out. I try to do it so there's minimal things I have to switch out. This actually isn't too bad. This way, it all looks like it's one cohesive latched on piece. And then we repeat the same motion going all the way around, which is going to be interesting to do for those upper portions, which are kind of blocked off. So that's going to be fun. Pretty much do the rest of that exteriorly. That's a word? Well, it is now. Okay. So we're actually going to come up here and do the pieces that I missed. I think that's pretty close. Okay, I never did this side. No, actually, that needs to be there. We do that. Make sure I didn't miss that other piece. Oh no, it's there. Seven. And if I'm not mistaken, you do go to right there, and then that side should also go to right there. And the only one I don't have now is up there, but I do have to get up to that side. Good news is I don't actually need to see the display of that. Is that high enough? Nope. I gotta be able to go all the way up there. So I need to put you, not here, one up from there. Yes. So that latches, and then I need to come over here. So the middle latches. And it hooks on to the exterior. That way, absolutely everything would stop it, so it could slide inward, but it can't slide outward. So this is looking just as I need it to. Let's pick all this junk up. Ooh. Unnecessary jump scare. A literal jump that scared me. Okay, now let's double check all the... Well, some of those are supposed to be magenta, but the shading of it makes it purple, so it's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. That looks good. Those away. Fully done with those. I'm not going to need them anymore. Next ones have to be the orange and the other one. You go back. I'll take from this. So I'm going to be getting more of those anyway. Alright. First section successfully completed, and now I have to actually swap these out. But you know what? These are buried in the ground. I'm not going to be worried about them. This, however, is where things start to not be buried in the ground. Nope. Sorry, dude. Well, I am, but I'm not. So I don't really want you in here anyway. Swap these first. I think I'm doing this wrong. Well, let's sleep and then I'll find out. Oh, this episode went very much longer than it should have. I Yeah, just a bit. I'll have to replace those again. But I will fix that little snafu off camera, and then we'll continue with how it's supposed to look. All right. See y'all next time.